Hi there folks, and welcome to another episode of Michael's Backyard Marina. You might ask yourself, why is he still fooling around with that trolling motor? Well, I'm going to tell you why. I put the new batteries in. I didn't feel they performed as well as I thought they should, but I also had to take into account the battery charger that I used was one they provided, but I can't help but think the NOCO GENIUS that I put in here is much, that's 4 muches. Oops, I said that's 5. Much more better, that's 6, better of a battery charger than what they provided. And it seemed like it brought things up a whole lot slicker and neater. I ain't telling you, I just that red light, orange light, green light just give me a warm fuzzy all up in here. So I'm running another test on these batteries fully charged with the NOCO GENIUS to give these lithiums a fair shot before I'm like, nope. And I write a strongly worded email back to Dakota Lithium going, stronger, faster, longer? Nope, that's a lie. But stay till the end of this video and see what the conclusion is, because I have a faith in the NOCO bringing it around. We're at 4.5 on the speed. I started the stopwatch. We're gonna run till dead. We're 1 minute and 50 seconds in already and still going strong. And I did check the volts. We're at 13.7. 13.7 when I started. 13.1. So that's what it pulls her down, but then she'll go flat for a long time and then go off. So I'm gonna be gone for about 2 to 3 hours tonight. We're gonna test out the old green machine one more time, see if we can sync it or not. Video coming on that, or it's already out. Follow my channel, like and subscribe. You'll stay in touch with what I'm doing, folks. We're gonna let her rip. We'll come back and see how it goes. Alrighty, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna hook up that third battery terminal on the battery charger while we're doing the test on this battery, so that I have, when I plug in my charger, it charges all 3 batteries at the same time. If you're wondering what this is what it is. It's just a little pigtail like you'd have on a battery maintainer. Hey, look, infinite loop. What I do is I cut this in half here, and then I splice it on the one end and splice it on the other end of a cable. If I want to connect it up and have a good clean disconnect, it will last quite a while. The other thing I purchased to run from front to back is some, I believe this is 14 gauge. 2-strand wire that's in a case. It's insulated, plus it's got insulation around the insulation. So this will be protected when I run it down the length of the boat to the battery box, from the front battery charger to the back of the battery at the back of the boat. We're going to get busy fishing this in to the front, and we'll fish it to the back, and then we'll make our connections with the ends. And I did buy 2 of these, so I can connect it at the front and connect it at the rear, so I can disconnect the battery charger whenever I wanted to. And also, I can also disconnect it from the battery whenever I'm ready. Now we'll get busy and see if I can find a route to push these wires through. I found a spot that I can get at underneath here, I believe, and run it right along the gunnel here. And just run it right down the wiring loom that's already there. Oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Here you are. Sweet potato pie. All right, folks, we're back here with a report out on the Dakota Lithiums. They recharged. I ran them, did the test, and I was up till almost midnight with the test going on, and I was right there the moment the battery stopped performing. Now keep in mind, the trolling motor was running at 4.5 on the prop speed, which, you know, when you're out trolling, you're out just, not trolling, when you're out just trolling around, fishing, bank fishing, or fishing down shorelines and stuff like that, 1, 2, 2.5, maybe 3. 3's pretty quick as far as moving along and working down a shoreline. For the prop speed, Well, I had this thing laid in there at 4.5 on the prop speed in the water barrel, and it ran 4 hours and 51 minutes. We could call it 5 hours. That's fine. Before the batteries went boom and just shut down, and they were done. Now, and then the other cool part is that battery charger that I put in the boat, the old NOCO GENIUS, charged all 3 of my batteries. Now my starter battery was in pretty good shape. It was charged up within, showed a green light within minutes of being plugged in, so that battery was in good shape. The lithiums were drained down to where things shut off. Trolling motor would respond. The voltage was down under 12 volts. Right now, we were fishing from, and I didn't use the trolling motor the whole time, but we were out on the lake from 7:30 this morning till close to 1 o'clock. I think it was close to 1 o'clock. Hot. My gosh, hot. And we're sitting on 13.1 volts right now as it sits, coming off the lake. Trolling motor did everything it needed to do. I have pretty much no doubt in my mind that I feel, because it was started off at 13.7. Let's get that straight. I have a feeling that it would troll and go for 2 days like that. You know, with that kind of use. So, you know, not everybody's just putting the trolling motors in the water and running at prop speed of 4.5. So, is or isn't it a fair test? Now, I would be really curious if I had a set of brand new Napa batteries or a good high quality deep cycle, not the FBPs that I had in a previous video, but a high quality battery just to see how long it would go. And I think I'm going to get to that information in another video, because I do have the same kind of trolling motor, same kind of pounds of thrust, 24 volt in my Banana. But it's not the Ulterra. It's the manual stow and go. I think I'll make sure those are fully charged, and I'll run the same test, because those batteries would officially be, I think, a year old. And I'll run it at 4.5, so it's an apples to apples in the same barrel. I think that would be absolutely fun to do. Not that I need to take a cycle away from a lead acid battery, because according to everything you read, it doesn't have near as many charging cycles as a lithium. But I'm not completely disheartened with the Dakota Lithiums. Now, I did read one comment. A guy left, I don't want to say the name of it, but it was another battery that has, it's a lithium as well, another brand name. If that company wants to reach out to me, you know who you are, because you know who your competition is. And it has Bluetooth capabilities. So it can actually connect to your cell phone. I hit my pocket here because that's where my cell phone's at. It has Bluetooth capabilities that will let you know the condition of your battery, which I think that's really cool. Other than having just a digital thing on your dash, you could look at your phone and go, how's my battery doing? And that's the one, that guy said he can go trolling for 2 days, or fishing and doing whatever for 2 days. Well, depending on how you're trolling or how you're using your trolling motor, I think most batteries would go 2 days. So you guys leave some comments down below on what you think and what you think about that situation. But the cool part is, okay, this thing quit running at midnight, 11:45, let's call it. So I'm like, okay, cool. I was finishing wiring up the starter battery to the charger before I plugged it in. So it was about perfect timing. It ran out. Like I said, almost 5 hours, it's done. And that's steady draw. I mean, that's steady draw with resistance in the water. So I can't complain too much about that. Actually, there's probably, when I'm pulling the boat around, less resistance pulling the boat, because the boat starts to move, where that tank never stops. It's just, so I plug in the NOCO GENIUS, right? And it charged it up. I went to bed at midnight. I woke up I was back out by the boat at 5:30. Got up at 5, got back out at 5:30 because I needed to load some gear up before I went. But, so let's just say in less than 5.5 hours, the batteries are back up to full charge. And that's with the NOCO GENIUS with the 10 amp. So it's a 3-bank charger, 10 amps per bank. So that's kind of cool. If you run them good all day, run them down, and then you plug them back in overnight, the next morning it's ready to go bright and early for you. So if you get it plugged in before 10 or 11 o'clock at night, next morning it's easily ready for you to go again. So I like that part. The other charger I had was, I think, for the 24 volt was maybe a 2.5 amp charger, maybe 3, I think, if I remember it right. And there'd be several times that I'd get up the next morning and the battery charger's still blinking. Like I say, I'm still charging, but I'm unplugging and I'm going. Because the fish don't care if your battery is charged or not charged. So, in conclusion, I don't have anything horrible to say about the Dakota Lithiums. I think they're going to be fine. My biggest concern is I keep an eye on my volt here. I was checking it throughout the day to make sure that I'm holding at 12 or higher, which it never dropped below 13, I can't remember, 13.1, 13.2. Started off at 13.7. Had a whole nother volt range to get down before I was concerned about the auto deploy, auto stow thing failing on me. So I'm just out here giving you guys some information on how things are going to work or how things work so you can make your own intelligent, educated choices. I'm by no means a battery expert. I'm learning on the fly here. And I'm doing a little reading here and there. I'm listening to feedback from the comments and I'm learning as I go. But as it stands right now, the lithiums are staying in the boat. I have no reason not to put them in the boat or leave them in the boat. They did a normal day's fishing that I would normally do without fail. Cool part is, I got an 11-year warranty and 2,000 more times I can do this. Okay, I've cycled these 3 times now. Math is 1,997 more times or 96 more times. So, and if you take that by the time, I had a heavy fishing year one year. I dropped the boat in the water 52 times. So let's just take 1,997 divided by 52. 38 years. Mind blown. So, and keep in mind, yeah, I might have been a little bit hard on the old lead acid, but you know, 38 years has never been in the forecast for a lead acid battery. So let's just say this lasts half as long. Half, 19 years. That's almost 2 decades from now. These batteries are gonna go, huh? And you know, they're gonna have some batteries that are filled up with unobtainium and lipoithium and brainstem undenium, and they'll last maybe a little longer than these. But how long do you need a battery to last? So I like one guy left a comment. I know I'm rambling on, but you know, some of you like to listen to me talk, and some of you have been long gone by now. One person left a comment that said, it's funny how guys will spend a bunch of money and then brag about how much they saved. And he ain't wrong. We do that. It's like, hey, look what I got. I got this I got this $2,000 thing for it was a heck of a deal. I'm like, but it's still $2,000. And, you know, let's everybody be clear. There's a lot of things in life that are wants and not needs. Our lives are surrounded by wants. Look around your house, look around your property, look around everything you own, that you own, and start pointing to things and go the difference between wants and needs. You need shelter. You need food. You definitely need water. You need a way to provide for your household and your family. That's a job. You might need a car to get back and forth. You need fuel for that car. You need maintenance for that car. But do you need a boat? Do you need a fishing pole? Do you need guns? Do you need? Now I have guns, so I'm not saying anything negative about guns. Don't get crazy there. You know, so did I need lithium batteries? No. Did I want them? Yes. That's why I have them. Because I work hard and I play hard and I wanted those batteries. We're gonna get some more modifications done to this boat. I just ordered some more cleats. You know, these little hooky things to hang stuff off the side of your boat, I realized over the last couple of years that I want more of them. Because when I tie up to stuff, I want to have a cleat more often. I want to be able to hang bumper buoys off better than I currently hang them off. And because I know it's really cool today, you'll see in a previous video, I tied our two boats together. I've done that with a few people where we tied the boats together with bumper buoys between it. And then this trolling motor, hit the anchor, it'll hold you wherever you want on the lake. Two boats. It will actually drag two boats around and not work hard at doing it. We tied together and then started working into an area where we knew some fish might be, or told some fish might be. And my buddy's boat didn't have he's got just a regular throw anchor, which they work if you have them set up right. But we were able to go there and then lock in on anchor, and the boats just stayed there, and we fished for, you know, another hour doing that. So, all right. Anything else? Any other knowledge I can drop on you guys? I think that's it for this video as far as I think we've covered a lot of the NOCO GENIUS. I'm getting ready to plug this in. I'm going to show you what the lights look like while they're charging on all three banks. And then I'll leave you alone. Enjoy the drone footage at the end. Some of it you've seen, some of it you may not have seen. Some of it's fresh. You guys get out there and have some fun, enjoy life. This is Michael saying, if it ain't broke, fix it till it is. And this is what hot, humid boat hair day looks like. I ain't kidding you. It was hot. So hot. I do realize we have some low light conditions going on here, but as you can see here, you can push these buttons here and change it from just on to 3 different types of batteries. Right there's the blue, which is lithium ion. And as you can see here, it'll show you how many bars of charge it has on it. So both batteries are actually pretty low. So we're going to take these up to full charge. I'm guessing once it's full charge, it'll be up to 4 in full red and won't be pulsing like it currently is. We'll check back in tomorrow after it's fully charged, and we'll take a look at what's going on. The third bank over here I don't have hooked up yet. That's going to go all the way back to my back starting battery for the inboard motor. And that will be set for lead acid. Now the cool part about this is when you unplug it and plug it back in, it's supposed to remember the settings. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug it right now and see what it does. I'm going to set you guys down. Okay, I just unplugged it and plugged it back in. Yes, it looks like it took right off where it started. We'll see the red lights come up. There we go. And it's back to charging. We'll take another look at it in the daylight and see what we've got. But so far, so good. And as you can see here, I've got my new battery box I built in here. We'll get another shot of it in the daylight. And I actually finished putting the foam flooring all the way underneath the battery box to actually give some more cushion. I have foam also in the battery box, so these batteries are now secured, locked down, can't go anywhere, and they're a lot lighter. Well, that completes this section. We'll do a quick review tomorrow. Actually, I have the breakers right here tripped to the opposition, and I do apologize for the low light. It is almost dark out, and I wanted to get this done. We'll see you tomorrow when it's done charging. All right, folks, here it is the next day. I had the NOCO GENIUS plugged in overnight. As you can clearly see now, before there was red on the far left, and now it's green fully charged on the far right of each battery indicator. Now the one on the far right does not have a battery hooked up to it just yet. That'll be hooked up to my starter battery, but my 2 lithium batteries are now fully charged and looking good. I can't say enough good things about this Gen Pro 10X3. There again, I bought this with my own money. I have another NOCO GENIUS. It's just a 2-bank. This is a step up from that, just because it can handle different types of batteries. I could see one of these things being hanging on your garage wall in the wintertime, for instance, and just plugging in and keeping your batteries up to snuff over the winter, because these will work as a battery tender, battery maintainer, and they cover so many realms when it comes to battery care and battery maintenance. This is Michael. Did I say that already? Saying if it ain't broke, fix it till it is. See you on the next video. I'm out.